All right, how's everybody doing today? Welcome back to another video. And today, what I have for everyone is my full review of the Sony WF-C500 truly wireless Bluetooth headphones. All right. So today, what we're going to do in this video is I'm going to go through my opinions on the different aspects of the earbuds or headphones. I use those terms interchangeably, and by the end of the video, I'm going to let you guys and gals know if these earbuds or headphones are worth picking up. Alright? And I'm also going to go through the different ways you would pair up the earbuds to the different devices. So you can see I have one Android device here, and I have one iOS device right here. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. Alright, so starting off here, let's talk about the overall build quality and design of the earbuds. Now in terms of the build quality of the earbuds, these bad boys are built primarily out of your different combinations of plastic materials. So you can see we got the glossy plastic around the rim. We got the glossy plastic for the button, and then we have the silicone plastic for the ear tips. Alright, and then in terms of the overall design, I have to say this is like a traditional earbud style design with your clicky button. Alright, so that goes over the build quality and design. Now let's talk about how I feel about it. In terms of the overall build quality, I have to say Sony has done a great job with these earbuds. They're very lightweight and comfortable for extended listening sessions, and because of the build materials, they're actually extremely durable. Okay, so in terms of the build quality, I have to give Sony top-notch marks in my opinion. And the same thing can be said for the overall design, especially with the fact that they incorporated a physical clicky button, so I don't have to fight with the touch controls. I'm giving Sony top-notch marks in terms of the overall design as well. So for the first two categories, the build quality is top-notch and the overall design is top-notch. Alright, let's keep it moving now. Let's go. Up next now, let's talk about the overall core features built into the earbuds. And this is yet another category where I feel Sony has done a great job. Now, core feature number one, these bad boys do incorporate Bluetooth 5.0 on board. Now, yes, I know in this day and age, Bluetooth 5.0 is kind of old, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's a very reliable Bluetooth standard, and it has a very reliable range at 10 meters or 33 feet, and it works perfectly fine. So again, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's core feature number one. These bad boys have Bluetooth 5.0 built in. Alright? Core feature number two, these bad boys do have IPX4 sweat resistance and waterproofing ratings. So basically, they are just waterproof enough for you to take on workouts. So if you take these on runs and you happen to get wet or super sweaty, you should be good to go. I've actually taken this on multiple workouts. It works, no issues. Alright? So that IPX4 rating, that's like the bare minimum that I would like to see in terms of waterproofing and sweat resistance. Bare minimum right there. It gets the job done. Okay, that's core feature number two. Core feature number three, as I alluded to earlier, they have a built-in dedicated clicky button. Okay, and these bad boys let you control everything. Alright, we're going to touch on that a little bit later on. But that built-in button, I love that. Okay, so no fighting with touch controls, no fighting with any of that. Clicky buttons, you can feel the haptic click, and you get your dedicated response. So that's a really solid core feature right there. That's core feature number three. Alright, core feature number four, these bad boys incorporate dual microphones on board. So we got one inner microphone, as you can see right there. And then we have one outer microphone that you can see right here. Okay, so they do have dual microphones on board, so 2 microphones on each earbud. And spoiler alert, I gotta tell y'all, the microphone performance on these is top notch. I'm gonna expand on it a little bit later on in the video, but top notch microphone performance on these. Okay, let's keep it moving. Up next, the next core feature is that the charging case does support USB Type-C. Alright, so say it with me, y'all. One cable to rule them all, USB Type-C, all the things. Alright, and along with that, these earbuds do support quick charging as well. So 10 minutes of charge will give you an hour of usage. So if you forget to charge these bad boys and you want to take them for a workout, that drive to the gym, they should be charged enough to get you through your workout. And spoiler alert, the battery on these is phenomenal. Okay? Phenomenal. We're going to talk about that a little bit later on as well. Let's keep it pushing. Up next, in terms of core features, these bad boys give you the ability to be used in stereo mode, both earbuds together, or you can hypermile them by using them in independent mode, one earbud at a time. Okay, that also contributes to the phenomenal battery life. But the ability for you to be able to use these in stereo mode and independent mode, that's a really nice core feature. That's one of my favorite core features, and I always feel compelled to point that out when earbuds have that or they don't have it. And the seamlessness between switching between either earbud, it's almost instant. Okay? So really solid core feature there. The ability to use these in stereo mode as well as independent mode. And the last core feature of these earbuds, we're going to touch on this a little bit later as well. They do come with a built-in dedicated companion application. The Sony headphones companion application is what you want to use with these. Alright, and I gotta tell y'all, in terms of applications, it's a pretty good application. It's not as good as the companion application for the Galaxy Buds Plus, but it has all the core features that you would want to see in a companion application, and it gives you everything that you need to know about the earbuds. So really good stuff there, really good stuff indeed. And I do believe that goes over all the core features of these earbuds. Alright? Now let's keep it moving. Let's jump into some of these other categories. Up next, let's talk about the overall sound quality, the volume, and the bass on these earbuds, okay? And in these 3 aspects, I have to say Sony has done a really good job. But let's break it down. In terms of the sound quality, I have to say it is really good, okay? No issues with distortion on the low or the high ends of the volume spectrum. Really good job there, Sony. In terms of the overall volume, I have to say these are top notch. I can easily turn these up to 50% or better and drown out my surroundings and fully immerse myself in what I'm trying to do with the earbuds. So the overall volume on these is top notch in my opinion. And now for the most important category, the overall bass. Now this is a category where I would have to say Sony did a good job. Now you can hear the bass, but it's a little soft in terms of being able to feel it. But overall, I have to say the bass coming out of these is good. Alright? In my experience, with all the music that I tested on these, I'd have to say the bass on these is good. Alright? So let me reiterate again. In terms of the sound quality, it is really good. In terms of the volume, it is top notch. And in terms of the bass, it's good. So overall, I have to say Sony has done a really good job in these 3 categories. Now let's keep it pushing now. Let's move on to the next categories. Up next, let's now talk about the overall mic quality of these earbuds, okay? Now in terms of the overall mic quality, in terms of using them with my voice assistants, I have to say it was just good, okay? It got the job done. it did make a few mistakes that I had to go correct. So when I was dictating text messages on Android or iOS, it did make a few mistakes. Okay, when I was dictating emails, it did make a few mistakes, and I did have to go back in and correct it, but it got the job done. Now, where these earbuds did excel is when we talk about call quality. Okay, I took a variety of different video calls, regular phone calls, Zoom meetings, so on and so forth, and the mic quality for phone calls, whether it be traditional phone calls or Zoom or video phone calls, was top notch. Callers said I sounded crystal clear and loud and sharp. Okay? And I even asked them, how do I sound? And they said I sound great, as if I'm using the built-in receiver on my devices. And I was like, really? And they was like, why? Because I'm testing some earbuds right now. That's why. And they was like, wow, it's really good. Okay? So the overall mic quality on these earbuds, in my opinion, is really good. I had to take off some points for the fact that it didn't do too well with the voice dictation. But overall, the overall mic quality on these is really good. And phone call performance was top notch in my opinion. But let's keep it moving now. Let's go. Let's try to get through this quick, fast, and in a hurry. Up next now, I just want to take you guys and gals through the overall pairing steps with the earbuds. And then I'm going to give y'all a in-depth walkthrough of the companion application. All right? Now, these steps are pretty much the same whether you're using an Android device or you're using an iOS device. Okay? But it does look a little bit different depending on the OS and platform that you're using. That's why I wanted to demonstrate it on both. All right? And another neat thing is that when you pair these up on your iOS device, it automatically prompts you to go out and install the Sony headphone companion application. Whereas if you do it on Android, you just have to go get it from the Play Store. There's no additional prompts. Or you can scan the barcode that's located in the user manual and you should be good to go. But I felt like that was a really neat feature on iOS that I had to point out. So really good stuff there, Apple. Good stuff indeed. But let's get into these pairing steps and this companion application walkthrough. So up first, what you need to do is just turn on your device. Then you want to swipe down and make sure you turn on Bluetooth. Now y'all can see my Bluetooth is already on. And then we're going to jump into the Bluetooth subsettings by tapping and holding on the Bluetooth. Okay, taking us directly into the subsettings there. Y'all can see that. So this one is prepped and we're good to go. All right, and then we're going to do the same thing on iOS. So we're going to light it up. I'm going to scan my face so it unlocks. I can see it there. Then we're going to go ahead and swipe down from the right. That brings up our quick toggles. We're going to turn on Bluetooth. Let it sit for a couple seconds. Bluetooth is on. Press and hold. Press and hold. This takes you into subsettings. We're going to go to Bluetooth settings. It's going to take us to the main Bluetooth settings. Now it's scanning for nearby Bluetooth devices on your iOS device. Alright? So both the devices are ready. Now, there's two different ways that you can put the earbuds into pairing mode, right? Way number one is you can drop them in the case, wait for a few seconds, take them out of the case, and they'll automatically go into pairing mode. You'll get your audible prompts on the earbuds. So it will say powered on. It will let you know the battery level, and then it will let you know pairing mode. And it will also let you know when the earbuds are connected to your device. You can also power them on and put them into pairing mode by pressing and holding on the physical buttons for 3 to 5 seconds. You'll get the same prompts. So it will say powered on, it will give you the battery percentage, and then it will tell you pairing mode. We're going to do this the easiest way today, so we're going to use the charging case. So first things first, we just want to put them in the case and make sure they line up properly. So here's the right, boom. And here's the left, boom. Make sure they're seated properly and make sure they start charging. So you can see the left is charging and the right is charging. Right there. Then you just want to close the case. Let it sit for a second. And then we just want to open the case back up. We're going to start with Android first. So open the case up. Take them out. And they'll automatically go into pairing mode. Okay? So over on your Android device now, if the Bluetooth scanning timed out, you just want to hit scan again at the top and wait for them to pop up. So we're going to give it a second here and wait for it to pop up. Alright. Let's see. It's flashing. So it should have popped up already. Alright. Let me put it in my ears and let me see the voice prompts real quick. So let's see. Because it powered on. Alright. And let's see. Alright. Okay, so it didn't go in. So all I had to do was press and hold each earbud for 5 seconds, and it told me Bluetooth pairing. So now the earbuds are in pairing mode. So once again, back on my device here, I'm just going to hit scan again, and we're going to wait for it to pop up. Okay, so give it a little bit. And there it is. So you can see the model number, WF-C500. Boom. We're going to tap on that. It's going to say confirm you want to pair. Just going to tap to confirm. And it's going to pair up. And you can see it's going to give us the battery percentage. And now it's connected for phone calls and audio. Alright. So now it's connected on your Android device. And you can see it goes away on your iOS device because you can only connect to one device at a time. So there's no seamless connection between two devices with the Sony WF-C500 earbuds. So you're only going to be able to connect to one device at a time with the earbuds. Okay? So that's how you do it on Android. And again, we do the similar thing for iOS. So now let's turn off Bluetooth on our Android device. Okay? And we're going to go through the same steps on your iOS device. Right? So once again, we're going to try it like this. Put them in the case. Make sure they start charging. Close the case. Let it sit for a couple seconds. Alright? Open the case. And we're going to take them out. So here's the right, and here's the left. And that should automatically put them into pairing mode. So once again, let's just sit here with the iOS device, give it a couple seconds, and see if it goes into pairing mode. And if not, we'll do the same thing as last time. So we'll put them in our ears, we'll press and hold them for 3 to 5 seconds, and we'll force them into pairing mode. Okay? So we're going to just wait for a second. Okay, that should do it. Didn't pop up. You can see it's still scanning on our iOS device, but it didn't pop up. Alright, let's go ahead and force it into pairing mode now. So let me put them in. So let's put the right in. And let's put the left in. And I'm just going to press and hold for 5 seconds. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Bluetooth pairing. I got the prompt. And you can see it popped up on my iOS device there. Okay. And you can see it's right there on my iOS device. So let me show you. WF-C500. So you just tap that, and it pairs right up on your iOS device. Now, the first time you pair it on your iOS device, once it's connected, it will automatically prompt you to download and install this application right here, the Sony Headphones Companion application. Boom. And then it will walk you through the setup process for this application and bring you out to the main home screen. All right. Now, I just want to take a few minutes and walk y'all through all the features of the companion application. So I'm going to insert that small clip here, and then we're going to carry on with the rest of the video. So I hope y'all find this next section, the Bluetooth earbud button controls and the full companion application walkthrough, helpful, and I'll see y'all on the other side as we continue on with this full review. So I will be right back. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Now I just want to take a few minutes to walk through the Bluetooth earbud button controls and the companion application for the Sony WF-C500. So as y'all can see, I have the earbuds connected here. Let me show you. So you can see it's connected right there. And I have my phone set up to record my screen. So if you look in the user manual, you will see a barcode to prompt you to download this application here. This is the Sony Headphones Connect application. So you tap on this and it will bring you to this screen here, where first it will prompt you to connect your earbuds, and then it will take you through an initial tutorial, right? Then after that initial tutorial, it will bring you to this home screen right here. But it will also prompt you to download the 360-degree reality audio application. Now, I didn't download those things because I just wanted to use the earbuds directly how it comes out of the box. So if you download that, that will unlock more features. But since I didn't plan on using that, I didn't download that. Right? But you still do have the DSEE feature, which does try to upscale the audio and enhance it. You also have the options to improve your Bluetooth connection or prioritize sound quality over connection or prioritize a more stable connection. I prefer to have a more stable connection with good sound, all right, as opposed to having a less stable connection but better sound quality, all right? So that's that. But coming back over here, when you first go through the tutorial, you're then brought to this main home screen where it tells you whether or not what earbud is connected, all right? And then down below, it gives you your playing audio. So right now, before I started recording this video, I was listening to an audiobook on YouTube, right? Then the most important part is what I want to show y'all here. So if I hit the 3-dot hamburger menu up in the corner, right, I have access to the WF-C500 tutorial. And this very nicely and succinctly walks you through everything that you need to know about the earbuds. So putting them on and making sure you get the correct fit so it's snug in your ears, right? And then if we hit next, it also tells you about picking the correct earbud tips. Now, as I said in the unboxing, the medium tips come on the earbuds by default, but the large and the small earbud tips are in the box. And it's always recommended that you play around with the tips so you get the absolute best fit. That's how you get the absolute best comfort and the absolute best sound quality and bass, right? So not only does it tell you how to put the tips on and take the tips off, but it also explains to you the wrong way to do it. So these particular earbuds have a twisting mechanism. So it's not the traditional mechanism where you would just pull it off and then pop it on. No, it has a twisting mechanism. So you would twist off the earbud tip, get the size that you want, and then twist it back on, right? And you want to twist it all the way down till it's flush. Okay, you don't want to keep twisting it to where it's still a little bit of space. You want it to be all the way flush. And again, it walks you through a nice tutorial on how to do that, right? And then if we go next, now it walks you through your Bluetooth earbud button controls. It starts with the left. So if we go back, the left earbuds control the volume. All right, and in particular, a single tap on the left earbud will give you volume up. And again, it gives you that demonstration. So a single tap is volume up. A single tap is also how you answer and end the phone calls, as you can see right there. Now, a press and hold is how you do volume down. And a press and hold is also how you reject an incoming phone call as well. But you can see the other options, the double tap on the left and the triple tap on the left, they don't have any functions set to them. Okay? And then if we go over to the right earbud now, you can see the right earbud actually has a function set to each option. So your first option is a single tap for play and pause. Again, you also have a single tap to answer and end phone calls from either the right or the left earbud. A double tap takes you to the next track. A triple tap takes you to the previous track. Now, when you do your previous track, you actually have to do it twice. So you triple tap it once, it restarts the track. You triple tap it again, it'll take you to the previous track. All right? And then you can see our last option here is to activate our voice assistant. So if you press and hold on the right earbud button for 2 seconds, you'll get a nice little audio prompt, boom, and then it will activate your voice assistant. Okay? So this very nicely and succinctly takes you through all of the Bluetooth earbud button controls. So I feel like I don't have to do a live demonstration for you guys and gals. I really do appreciate it when companies have these dedicated apps that walk you through it. This way I don't have to struggle and do it live on camera. Okay? But I will tell y'all right now, the hardest one for me to do so far is the triple tap for the previous track. I just don't have the motor skills to get that triple tap down. Right? But everything else works as demonstrated. So the single tap for play and pause, the double tap for next track, all works. The press and hold for the voice assistant, all works. The single tap for volume down, okay, works no problem. The press and hold for volume up, or my bad, the single tap for volume up and the press and hold for volume down works no problem, okay? And the tap to answer and tap to end and long press to reject, all of those work no problems, okay? So this is just a brief walkthrough of the companion application for the Sony WF-C500 truly wireless Bluetooth earbuds. All right? Now we're going to dive back into the full review, and I hope y'all found this portion of the video helpful. All right, let's go. All right, coming on back now. I hope y'all enjoyed that real quick segment. I hope y'all found it helpful. Let's carry on with the rest of the full review. So up next now, let's talk about the overall Bluetooth range and the overall Bluetooth strength. I can close this up. We're done here with the charging case, and we'll let the earbuds automatically go to sleep. They go to sleep in about 5 to 10 seconds. If they're not paired with anything, to save battery. But up next now, let's talk about the overall Bluetooth range and the overall Bluetooth strength of these earbuds. Let's go. Now, talking about the Bluetooth technology on these, as I stated earlier, they have Bluetooth 5.0 built in, and they have a standard range of 10 meters or 33 feet. And I gotta tell y'all, in terms of the range and strength, these are really good because they're exactly as advertised. Now, I did my standard Bluetooth range test, so I connected them up to my device. I left my device here, and I just started walking. My kitchen is exactly 15 feet from where I record in my bedroom here. Okay? My side porch, or lanai, is exactly 30 feet from the kitchen. Okay? And then my pool area, or deck, is exactly about 55 feet. And then one of my driveways is like 100 and something feet from there. So from my room here, where I record, all the way to my side driveway is about 105 feet. These earbuds made it to just outside onto the pool deck, which is roughly about 33 feet. Okay, before they started to disconnect and give me connection issues. But as long as I was within that dedicated 10 meter or 33 foot range, didn't have any problem with these. So I have to say the Bluetooth range and strength on these is really good because it's exactly as advertised, and it worked even though it had to go through multiple walls. It worked without issue. So that's really good overall Bluetooth range and strength in my opinion. Now, it would have been top notch if it could stretch further than the 33 feet, but because it was exactly as advertised and it worked through multiple walls, I would just say it's really good in my opinion. Now, let's keep it moving and let's get on to the other categories. Let's go. Up next now, let's talk about the overall durability of the earbuds. And this is a very important category to me because y'all know, if y'all are a longtime viewer, your boy is Mr. Super Clumsy. So it's just a matter of time if I'm going to drop these earbuds. I drop all of my earbuds just about. I think there was one or two that I tested that I didn't drop. And I gotta tell y'all, sadly, I did drop these multiple times. Multiple times I dropped these from about 3 to 5 feet onto wood floors and tile floors. And as y'all can see, they are still in pristine condition. Brand new condition. No issues. No scratches, no dings, no dents, and they still work flawlessly. Okay? And I've even dropped the case a couple of times because without the earbuds in the case is extremely light. So there was times where I was disconnecting it from the charger, and my cables are pretty beefy. And I went to pull the cable to grab the case, and the whole thing flopped on the floor. I was like, whoa. And that happened multiple times. So not only is the earbuds really good in terms of durability, but so too is the durability of the case. And I was really nervous for the case because the case is basically just hard shell plastic. And we all know hard shell plastic breaks easily. But in terms of the durability for the earbuds and the case, I would have to say it's top notch, didn't have any issues, and they were able to survive multiple drops. But there's one thing that y'all still need to do. You need to be extremely careful because although they did survive, all it does take is one drop to potentially ruin your investment or break your earbuds. So if you're super clumsy like myself, they are more apt to survive, but you still want to be extremely careful. Okay? But the overall durability on these is top notch in my opinion. Now let's move on to some other categories, and we're going to get into the really important ones now. Up next, let's talk about the overall charge times and the overall battery life of these earbuds. Let's go. Now, starting off here, I just want to give y'all the manufacturer's estimates before we jump into my results. So talking about the manufacturer's estimates, the manufacturer quoted that the earbuds should give you 10 hours on a single charge, okay? And the charging case should give you one additional charge. So you get 10 hours from the buds and 10 hours from the case for a grand total of 20 hours altogether, including the case. All right. They also stated in the user manual, which can be found in the box or scanned in the barcode, so you get a digital user manual or you get a physical user manual, so you use whichever one works best for you. They also stated in the user manual that the earbuds are going to take 2.5 hours to reach a full charge, and the charging case is going to take 3 hours to reach a full charge. Okay? And sadly, there is no wireless charging built into the charging case. So let me show you. No wireless charging. It doesn't do anything. So sadly, as I alluded to earlier, the only way you're going to charge these up is via the USB Type-C port in the back. Very happy to see USB Type-C. Very sad to see there's no built-in wireless charging, especially for the price of these earbuds. All right? But it is what it is. That goes over the manufacturer's battery percentages and charge times. Now, let's get into my particular results. Now, one thing I want to emphasize, as with this whole video, this is all based on my opinion and my experience with the buds and my style of usage. So your guys and gals' usage may vary because we all use our products and accessories different, and your percentages and charge times may vary depending on the quality of cable and the charging bricks that you use. Okay? So again, your results may vary. This is just my particular results with my style of heavy usage. Okay? Just want to get that out the way. A little bit of a disclaimer there. Okay? Now, that being said, I also want to let everyone know that I tested these earbuds at 35% volume, and I tested these earbuds at 50% volume. Okay? And my battery life results will reflect that. You really got to find a nice balance between overall battery life and good volume, sound quality, and bass. So you would actually have to play around with it and find a nice, comfortable volume for yourself. That being said, for me, I can actually recommend that you use these at about 50% or higher. That's when these bad boys really do come alive. So I can actually recommend anything 50% or better, and you're going to have an enjoyable experience. But you really have to play around with it for yourself and figure out what works best for you. Okay? Same thing goes with the air tips. You really want to play around with all the air tips and find the one that fits best for you. This way you get the overall best sound quality, volume, bass, and comfort. Okay? Really important factors to consider. That's why I always make sure I bring them up. Alright? But just wanted to get that out the way. Now let's dive into my results. Now, in terms of the overall battery life in stereo mode usage, using these bad boys together, I was averaging anywhere between 10 to 13 hours on a single charge, right? And including the charging case, I was averaging anywhere between 20 to 26 hours, including the charging case. Okay? And the charging case does indeed get you about 1 to 1.5 charges. Okay? So in terms of stereo mode usage, 10 hours on the low end. That was an extremely heavy day. A bunch of phone calls, a bunch of streaming music, a bunch of streaming videos, a bunch of dictating text messages, emails, so on and so forth. 10 hours. Okay? On lighter days, when I'm streaming videos or music, I was averaging about 13 hours. Okay? And again, including the charging case, it was getting me anywhere between 20 to 26 hours. All right? And the same thing goes for independent usage. So again, 10 hours on the low end turns into 20 hours, or 13 hours on the high end turns into 26 hours, okay, for independent usage. So overall, in my experience, I would have to say the battery life on these earbuds is phenomenal, if not top notch. Okay, so really good stuff there, Sony. Really good stuff there indeed when we talk about the overall battery life. Okay, now moving on and talking about charge times. Okay, for me, these bad boys were charging up in about an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours for the buds, and about 2 to 2.5 hours for the charging case. Now, I know that Sony said 2.5 hours and 3 hours respectively, but I think they was just being a little bit conservative. Just like they said with the overall battery life, I think they were being a little bit conservative with their estimates. Okay? But again, for me, and keep in mind, I use fast chargers everywhere throughout my home. So I get the absolute fastest charging speeds when I plug stuff in. For me, it's an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours to charge the buds, and 2 to 2.5 hours to charge the case via the USB Type-C charging port. Now, that being said, I also want to let y'all know that these earbuds give you 2 low battery, please charge audible notifications. You get your first low battery, please charge notification at 20%. And you can also see the battery percentage of the buds in the companion application. That's how I know it was 20%. So you get your first low battery, please charge at 20%. And then about 1 to 2 hours later, you'll get one more. And then it will say goodbye and power off. So you get 2 low battery, please charge notifications with these earbuds. Really good stuff there. Really good stuff indeed. All right. So that goes over the charge times with the buds, and that goes over the charge times with the case. All right. All right. Let's keep it moving now. Let's go. So up next now, I just want to summarize all the positives and negatives of these earbuds, and then we're going to wrap the video up. We're going to talk about pricing, availability. I'm going to get into my overall final thoughts and give you guys and gals a recommendation. So without further ado, let's get into the positives and the negatives. And I also want to mention, as always, I'll have a full list of the positives and a full list of the negatives thrown up in post for y'all to pause the video and check out. And as always, I am not perfect, and I never claim to be. So if there's a positive and or negative that I forgot to mention with these earbuds, please leave that feedback down below in the comments. And as always, if you're going to comment, please be respectful. Please comment respectfully. Okay? Now, that being said, let's get into these positives. Positive number 1, the overall build quality and design on here is really good to top notch. In terms of the overall comfort level, these bad boys are top notch. These bad boys have an extremely solid core feature set on board. Okay? In terms of the mic quality, it is really good. Okay? In terms of the overall Bluetooth range and strength, it is really good. In terms of the overall volume, it is top notch. In terms of the overall bass, it is good. In terms of the overall battery life, it is phenomenal. Top notch to phenomenal. Okay? In terms of the overall durability, it is top notch. Okay? And these bad boys are available at a really good price. Really good price indeed. We're going to talk about the pricing and availability in a little bit here. Okay? So that, guys and gals, goes over all of the positives. Now let's jump into some of the negatives. Now, although I did praise the build quality and design, I would really like to see a more matte material. Because although this is a more glossy material, and it does help with the overall comfort level, For extended listening sessions, these bad boys are extremely slippery. Not only did I drop them in the unboxing, but I've dropped them multiple times throughout my testing. Alright, so a more matte material is definitely something I think Sony should consider. So the overall build quality definitely needs some improvements. Okay? Up next, and this was a big one, the charging case does not incorporate wireless charging. Okay? You know how convenient it is just to be able to drop it onto a wireless charging pad and always make sure that the charging case is fully charged? So, I really would have liked to have seen wireless charging built into the charging case, especially for the price of these buds. Again, the price is something that we're going to talk about in a little bit here. And then the fact that there's no built-in percentage readout display. So the only way you can tell if the charging case is low, I'll throw up some B-roll, is when the charging case is low, you'll get 3 flashing orange LEDs. Just like the only way you can tell that the buds are charging is by putting them in the charging case, and then you get that single flashing orange LED on each bud. And now it is see-through, so you can kind of see it with the case closed. But it would have been so much better to have a built-in percentage readout display to take all the guesswork out of it. Okay? So I really would have liked to have seen a built-in percentage readout display. That would have put these over the top. Okay? So that does it in terms of negatives. Again, I would like to see a more grippy material in terms of the build quality to cut down on the slipperiness. I would like to see built-in wireless charging. This way, I don't always have to fight with a cable when I need to make sure the charging case is plugged in. I could just drop it on the charging pad. And I would really like to see a built-in percentage readout display to cut down on the guesswork for knowing how much charge is left on the case and knowing how charged the buds are. Okay? Other than that, there's no other real negatives to speak of. I guess some nitpicky negatives could be, I kind of want the bass to be a little bit better. So although the bass is good, it definitely needs some improvement. But in terms of core negatives, those pretty much run them down. Alright? So that covers the positives and that covers the negatives. Now let's get into the final part of this video. Let's talk pricing. Let's talk overall availability, final thoughts, and recommendations. Alright? Now, in terms of the pricing, I picked these up on the Amazon payment program. So I have to pay 3 payments of $22.60. And that first payment includes the taxes. So I believe that first payment was about 27 bucks and change. So I got 2 more payments of $22.60. And then these bad boys are paid off. And that means that these bad boys are being picked up for a grand total of just over $72 and change. $72 and about 46 cents. Somewhere around there. Again, I'll have the screenshot receipt thrown up in post so y'all know exactly how much I paid for these. But regularly, these bad boys go brand new for $100. And I've seen these bad boys go for as little as 50 bucks in used good condition, in used very good condition, or in refurbished condition. So you can find these earbuds for prices ranging between 50 bucks to 100 bucks. And me myself picking them up at just under 80 bucks. So again, $72 and change. I feel that is a really good price to pick these up for. Now, are they perfect? No. But for that price, they're definitely worth the pickup, especially with all the positives that they have to offer. But if you can find them in really good condition or refurbished like new condition for that $50 price tag, yes, scoop these up immediately. But let me be honest with y'all, don't pick these up for anything over $100. At $100 and better, they should really have everything. So the fact that they are missing some things, if you're picking them up for over $100, don't do it. But for anywhere between $50 and let's say $80 or just under $100, I can definitely recommend that y'all pick these up. And I'm very happy with the fact that I picked them up for just under 80 bucks. So that being said, can I recommend that you guys and gals go out there and pick these up? I would have to say yes. Yes, indeed. Okay? And I feel as though these are going to be a perfect companion to my other earbuds. So these are going to be perfect to use alongside my Galaxy Buds Plus. Alright? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I like to see in terms of battery life, especially for Bluetooth accessories. Manufacturers, I hope y'all are paying attention. Sony and Samsung are setting the bar extremely high. Okay? Now, that being said, that pretty much brings an end to the video. As always, I hope you guys and gals enjoyed the video. I hope you guys and gals found it helpful. If you did indeed enjoy the video and or you found it helpful, please help your boy out by giving the video a thumbs up. That really does help me out. You don't know how much. If you would like to see more content like this, please feel free to hit that subscribe button down below and make sure you click off that notification bell icon right next to it so you guys and gals get notified when I publish new videos. That being said, please feel free to follow me across all the social media platforms so you get notified again when I publish new videos. As always, if this video piqued your interest, all of my extended coverage along with purchasing links where you can pick up these earbuds at some really good prices will be available down below in the video description. And those purchasing links are affiliated links. So I do get a small percentage of kickback when you guys and gals use those links, but that's at no additional cost to you guys and gals. So it's a win-win for everyone in my opinion. Okay? So as always, if your interest is piqued, down below in the video description will be like a one-stop shop for you guys and gals, and you should be good to go. That being said, this whole video here this evening was recorded using the rear-facing 12 megapixel camera on the Samsung Galaxy S8 Active in 720p resolution with no external microphone hooked up, and we do have all of my studio lights going. Okay? So please let me know what you think of the overall video quality down below in the comments, as well as what you think of the overall audio quality down below in the comments as well. And please remember, keep it respectful, please. That being said, I hope everyone is having a great day. I hope you guys and gals are staying safe out there, and I will catch everyone in the next one. Have a good one, everybody. We are out of here. Peace.